This is May 19th, 2021. I'm Diane Barrett, and I'm here with Dottie Baker. And we're doing our first BE collection interview with Dottie today. So welcome.
Thank you.
I thought what we'd do today, though, is just you and I just have a conversation.
Right.
Even though you've covered a lot of the information that we ask in the interviews, I thought let's just you and I talk.
Okay.
The first question I always start with is, where were you born?
I was born in Louisiana. Actually, I came to California when I was, I guess, 3 or 4.
Huh.
And I lived in Berkeley.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
But right to Berkeley from Louisiana?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Did you have siblings?
Yes, I had 3 other siblings.
Mm-hmm.
There were 4 of us.
Okay.
I had one brother who has passed away, and both my sisters have passed away. So it was I was the number 3
Mm-hmm.
of the 4 of us. Mm-hmm.
And your parents, what kind of work did they do?
My parents, my mother was actually, she did mostly church work. My dad actually was a, oh gosh, he worked on the waterfront. A longshoreman, that's what it was. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I never know what that does, actually. I know that name, but I'm not sure what the job is. So he was hardworking.
Yeah, it was hardworking. Uh-huh.
Were any of your siblings gay?
No, neither one.
So when you came to Berkeley, where did you go to school there?
I went to Berkeley High, Hoover, and also Berkeley High. Those 2 I remember very clearly. It was quite a positive thing in my life.
From high school, did you go into the military after that?
No, I actually went to City College.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you have a goal in mind? Okay.
Actually, while I was in City College, that's when I decided to go into the military.
Huh.
And I found a Army recruiter and left from there. I went into the military from there, and I went to Virginia for training.
Mm-hmm.
And came back to Fort Ord down in Monterey.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, I went to Japan.
Oh, talk about a big jump, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
So where did you go in Japan?
I was in Yokohama, Japan.
Hmm.
That's where I was stationed. Although, we were allowed to go to different other places like Osaka. Mm-hmm. And a couple of other different places in Japan. Mm-hmm.
Did you learn the language?
Yes, I did.
Good for you.
I learned to speak Japanese fluently. Mm-hmm.
I lived with a Japanese family for a while after I came to California, and I learned a little bit of the language, but mainly I learned the music because they had music on all the time. I didn't know what the words were, but I could say them in Japanese. So strange. I'm not too good at learning languages. So what was your assignment in the military?
In the military, actually, I went into the Army first. Mm-hmm. And I was actually a clerk in a what they call a provost marshal. Hmm. It was like the military police. Huh. I was in that, and I worked in that all the while I was in Japan. And when I came back from Japan, I decided to join the Air Force. and I joined the Air Force Reserves first, and after that, I went into the regular Air Force.
Was there something that drew you to the Air Force and out of where you were?
Yes, there was. The the uh, actually the different careers that they had in the Air Force uh, was attractive to me, and so that's one of the reasons why I joined the Air Force.
This is a matter of information. When you're in a branch of the military, then you transfer to another branch. Do you maintain all your benefits and
Oh yes, you do.
they're transferable and everything?
Mhm. Yeah.
This is part of what I'm adding to the interviews for education of young women who might be trying to make those decisions.
Mhm.
Do they continue to educate to help you with your education?
Yes, they did actually. I did went to San Francisco State and completed uh, my education there. Mhm.
I just noticed you're wearing a very beautiful ring.
Oh, thank you.
What's the symbolism of that?
Uh, that was a friend of mine that I met in 1960,
Mhm.
and we remained together for uh, up until 2008.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Uh, she passed away with cancer.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
What was her name?
Her name was Dorinda. Mhm.
Where did you meet?
Uh, we met, I think we met at a party.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it was at a party. Um, she had come to the party with another friend, and this friend was leaving early, and she decided that she was going to stay. So I drove her home, and after that we saw each other, and then later on we moved in together.
Oh, very good. So that was a good drive.
Yeah, it was.
Good decision. That's wonderful.
Mhm.
And that was your primary relationship as a lesbian?
Yes, it was. Uh-huh. Yeah.
So when you were in the military, were you aware of your sexuality and that it was different than what was being?
Oh, yes, I was aware of it. Actually, I was aware of it, but I was actually more or less concentrating on my goals in life, and I I actually kept that separate from the military.
Your sexual preference?
Right. Mhm.
Uh-huh. And what were your goals at that time?
My goals was actually to make a career out of the military and to retire from the military. Mhm.
Did you have a specific occupation that was interesting to you?
Yes, I did. Actually, I became a counselor, and I would counsel young people about the career in the Air Force, and um, to see if some of them wanted to make a career out of it. So that was, uh, I guess, about the last 10 years of my military uh, career. Mhm.
As a woman, is it unique to have women in your career space, so to speak?
Well, not just women. Actually, it was I interviewed both men and women. Yeah, I did quite a few things. Um, one was actually in charge of the whole squadron, just more or less. When everybody signed in, I had to be there
Mhm.
and I was actually in command of them.
Did you have to follow up on their responsibilities?
Yes, I did. Uh, when we made progress reports, we had to follow up with all of them. Mhm. From the military, I volunteered with seniors,
Huh.
and actually did trips with seniors
Mhm.
for for the last I would say 20 years.
So would you actually arrange the trips or just participate in them?
I actually would help to arrange them. I work with a professional uh, trip person, and help her to arrange a lot of the trips.
Did you go on the trips?
Yes, I did.
What was it like coming out or being out in the 60s, like the time when you met your partner, for gays? Did you feel safe? Did you feel guarded?
Actually, I did feel safe. I actually went to quite of a few of the bars in San Francisco. Um,
Were there lesbian bars or were they just gay bars?
yeah, lesbian bars. Uh-huh.
Okay. What were their names?
I do remember Peg's place.
Uh,
Yeah.
And were you comfortable there? Did you feel
Actually, I did. I felt very comfortable there. Mhm.
great? I know here in Los Angeles, um, many times the police would raid the bars. So there was unannounced, of course. So you always sort of had that anxiety.
Oh, actually,
We
uh,
went anyway.
I was never actually in a raid. It was, I don't know. I guess it was luck on my side that I
Mhm.
wasn't in any of the raids.
I wasn't either.
Yeah.
You just sort of know about them.
Yeah. Right.
And in the military, did you have any concerns about the don't ask, don't tell, the information being disclosed?
Really, I didn't. I guess I didn't in a way, and I did it in some ways. But I always kept my private life separate from the military. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And how about now?
Now
You're doing this. So
I'm actually it is it doesn't matter to me one way or the other right now, because I I'm 87 years old, and I just live my life the way I want to live it. Mhm.
good. When's your birthday?
It's October.
Ah, I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite season. So do you have questions you'd like to ask me?
Really, no, I don't. I really appreciate your having this, and I feel good about it.
Great.
Yeah.
We're very pleased that you're participating. We're expanding this. It just started out of an idea of something that we were, sort of isolated with COVID.
Yeah. Right.
We had retired. And I said, well, what do I like to do? And I like to hear people's stories.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how it started.
Yeah. Great.
Now we're thinking about doing roundtable so that people could get information
Huh?
from the experts. All of us have our own area of expertise. I think your information on the military is really helpful.
Good. Good.
Yeah, because we're not interviewing lesbians who are really young, because I still personally don't trust that this might not, it could be a problem for them in their own hiring and their occupations. So we are old, or, we're starting probably at 30 as the youngest person.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the truth of our life, right? Maybe
Well,
not, but I'm old, so I'm cautious too.
yeah.
Were you able to marry your partner?
No, I was not.
Uh-huh.
No.
That's sad. You were married, but
Yes, we were.
So what can we give to you?
You've
Give
given
to
it.
us by doing this.
You've given it all by doing this.
Thank you.
I feel good about you're interviewing me with this and really showing some of the different people that life can be lived, even though your sexual preference is different.
Right.
And so I really do appreciate you and what you're doing.
Thank you. I appreciate you. So if you knew that you were going to die tomorrow, what would you like people to remember about you?
Oh, that I was a kind person, a cheerful person.
I asked that question of everyone. And you know what's interesting about it? The individual differences, but many people want to be known for their kindness. And, that's a wonderful thing. So thank you for doing this.
My pleasure. It's just been a pleasure to even be a part of this.
Well, I'm honored.
Yes.